Have you ever caught yourself saying things like, "Oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't do anything right." Or maybe you hype yourself up before a big meeting. Like, "You have got this? Don't screw it up now." Here is the truth. The voice in your head is the single most powerful coach you will ever have in your life. It can either build you or it can break you. Science is clear. The average human has 60,000 plus thoughts per day. Most of those are repetitive. And here is the scary part. Studies shows up to 80% of them are negative. So what to do? Which means that every morning you wake up, you're either training your brain to be your best friend or your worst enemy. So let me ask you this. What if the reason you feel stuck, anxious or unconfident isn't your circumstances, it's your self-talk? Stick with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why your inner voice can rewire your brain for confidence or anxiety at any level of your life. And here is the shocking neuroscience behind the negative self-talk and 3 tools you can start today to turn that voice into a biggest competitive advantage. Hello, I'm Sneha Karwat, your identity, confidence and clarity coach. For 16 plus years, I've worked with leaders, entrepreneurs and professionals who struggle with exact same thing, their own inner critic, leading to self-doubt, low self-esteem and not getting that upgrade. I've seen people go from "I can't even introduce myself in meetings" to leading 200 plus people confidently, simply by learning how to change the way they talk to themselves. And today, I want to give you that same toolkit. Let me take you back to a moment in my life. Years ago, before a major pitch, I looked in the mirror and whispered, "You're going to mess this up." Because you always do. You're always not able to communicate clearly. And guess what? I did it. Not because I wasn't prepared or I didn't know the content or the context, but because my brain believed the story that I can't speak clearly. And I kept feeding that idea in my head all my life with the evidences that I had collected. But here is the neuroscience. When you repeat negative self-talk, your brain strengthens those neural pathways. It is literally practicing failure before you even begin. But when you shift your language, even slightly, your brain starts rewiring itself for the possibility, and this is called neuroplasticity. And hear me out. Psychologists call this as the self-fulfilling prophecy. Tell yourself you're bad with money, you will sabotage financial opportunities. Tell yourself you're bad at relationships, you will show up guarded and fearful. Tell yourself you are confident, your brain looks for evidence to make that true. In fact, a study on a collegiate tennis player showed that instructional self-talk, like "aim for the corner, follow through," boosted their performance significantly compared to those who stayed silent. Here is another fascinating study found that distanced self-talk. Calling yourself with name instead of "I" reduces stress during public speaking. So instead of saying "I am so nervous," say, "Disha, you have done this before and you've got this." Sounds small, right? Really small, but it lowers cortisol and tricks your brain into objectivity than being subject of it. But let's be brutally honest here. If you are constantly telling yourself, "I am not enough, I am not ready, I can't," you are programming your brain for failure. And this is why self-talk isn't just a cute little habit. It is either your invisible cage or your invisible weapon. Here is how to flip your self-talk starting today. My 3-step self-talk reset framework. Number 1, catch and cancel. Yes, every time you notice a negative self-talk, don't let it run wild. Interrupt it. Say out loud. Cancel that. This stops the loop mid-track. Second framework. Reframe with evidence. Replace the thought with something factual and constructive. Example, instead of "I am terrible at presentation," say "I've improved every single time. Last time 3 people said they learned from me." Framework 3. Coach yourself like a friend. We speak to ourselves in ways we would never want to speak to our friend. Flip it. Ask, if my best friend said this about myself, or if my best friend said this about themselves, what would I tell them? Then give yourself that answer. These 3 tools seem simple, but when you practice them daily, they create massive internal change. And I bet you. So start doing it today. Because here is the truth. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's a habit of how you talk to yourself. If you're still wondering, then stop doing that and start it right away. Imagine this. After doing all this, you walk into a room and instead of your inner voice whispering, "Don't screw this up," it says, "You belong here." You're not waiting for the world to validate you anymore. You are ready, Because you've already validated yourself. And that's where the life shifts, because people don't follow the smartest one in the room, they follow the one who believes in oneself the most. So here is your choice. Keep letting that inner critic run your life, or start today building the inner coach that will unlock your confidence, your career, and your peace of mind. If this resonated with you, tell me that you're starting with it in the comments section. And tell me your results too, because I know you're ready to flip the script inside your head. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe, because in my next video, I'll be giving you more tips to upgrade yourself, silence your inner critic instantly so that you can take action even under pressure. Bye-bye. See you there.